Hi everybody, welcome to the Geek View. I'm Lee.
I'm Will.
With the Magic City Geeks. Today we will be talking about the Trials of Apollo book series by Rick Riordan. But first...
Alright, let's see. Tonight, the Birmingham Board Game meetup group will be meeting at the Bud's Place tonight at 6 p.m. They asked that you RSVP, so we will put a link in the description for you below. Or you can join Card Addicts for Friday Night Magic at 7 p.m. Saturday is International Tabletop Day. Go practically anywhere, and there are tabletop games for sale, as well as Hoover Library, and you will find people to play. Along with that, Excelsior Comics will be having a Pokemon pre-release, a Magic Legacy tournament, a Star Trek Attack Wing tournament, as well as Netrunners. Card Addicts won't be left out either, as they will be Vanguard, a board game meetup, and Force of Will played throughout the day. Sunday, the grand opening of Magic City Games. We will be having the owner join us in our discussion next week to tell us all about it. There will also be Netrunners at Excelsior again, as well as HeroClix pre-release. Card Addicts has Dragon Ball Z the card game, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Luck and Logic as well.
Monday, the Birmingham Board Game meetup will be at Card Addicts. Again, there's a link and they ask that you RSVP. At the UAB Innovations Lab, the Women Who Code group will be offering a free introduction to web coding. On Tuesday, Card Addicts will be again hosting a Pokemon card game tournament for junior Pokemon players at 6. There is a $5 entry fee, which guarantees a pack for playing. Also, to get you ready for Captain America Civil War, there is a Captain America movie marathon at Homewood Library. The show times are at 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. in the large auditorium. On Wednesday, head to Card Addicts to play Modern Magic and Force of Will. The board game meetup will meet at 6 p.m. at Brookwood Mall. RSVP. On Thursday, there will be Yu-Gi-Oh! At Card Addicts. The board game meetup will be at Excelsior as well as the Train Depot in Coleman. The Java users group will be meeting up to get reacquainted at Emergency Callworks at 6:30. So if you're interested in Java type coding, this is the perfect time to see what this group is like. There will be a $5 cosplay lecture in class at the Red Mountain Makers beginning at 7 p.m. as well. And at the Homewood Library, there will be a ghost tour reveal with SCARE, the Spirit Communication and Research Group, at 6:30 in the Round Auditorium.
Okay. And more events. We have, let's see, a new thing on Netflix is going to be coming out soon. Well, apparently maybe sometime this year, hopefully. They're doing a Lemony Snicket, TV series. Yay! Guess who's actually playing Count Olaf? You won't guess. Neil Patrick Harris. That's right. And you won't believe what he looks like. Well, picture the 2004 movie Jim Carrey version of Lemony Snicket's Count Olaf, and try to merge that with Neil Patrick Harris, and you get something close to what what we will see now. Best way I can describe is this right here. And, well, there is more. The voiceover narrator. We all love that. It's going to be played by a particular, voice we know. It is Patrick Warburton. we better know him as Joe from Family Guy right now. So yes, Joe from Family Guy is going to be telling us all about these children's unfortunate lives. While Neil Patrick Harris is going to be tracking them down. Actually, at this point, I can't wait to see the show. So, that's my interesting news for right now. What you have next?
Well, last week we filmed, like we always do, a little ahead of time so that we have time to do all the editing and whatnot. And during that time, an actual unfortunate event happened in our lives. Pretty much everyone in the world already knows, but we're going to go ahead and send our condolences out to everyone that it affected. Everyone knew Prince by name. You know, he went through a number of names due to a lot of screwed up things that happened to him due to people trying to take advantage of a young man who was talented, but he had managed to get right back on top every single time that he was put down. And it goes without saying that his death is an incredible loss to this world. So, to everyone, we're offering our condolences. He was a wonderful man, and I'm sure everyone who has met him would say the same thing. So yes, The Trials of Apollo. The first book will be released on May 3rd this year, which is just this next week. It's going to be starting with The Hidden Oracle. Basically, in this book series, Apollo, as punishment for what happened in the last book series, if you haven't read the last book series, please go read it. It's a wonderful book series. It's great for all ages, really.
Yes. And, you know, you're going to probably, after reading that one, want to read the first one as well.
First one, Percy Jackson books.
Yes, that's right. If you're not all caught up at this point, if you start reading now, you're going to probably want to go all the way back to the beginning.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and go through all of them so that everyone who has not read everything has a bit of a checklist, okay?
Grand synopsis. Here we go.
We've got the Percy Jackson series.
Yes.
Okay? Percy Jackson series follows this kid named Percy Jackson, obviously. He is the son of Poseidon. Throughout this book series, he saves the world.
Yes.
I mean, it's just basically saving the world type of thing, but, you know, the whole experience is the main thing, and then the endings usually throw you for a bit of a twist.
Yes.
Like, it's again, it's for all ages, so obviously the twist is going to be something that you know, you can see in a book series that's for all ages.
Yes. And plus, since from the beginning all the way to this point, it does seem to actually try to, you know, stay either at the same level or go a little bit higher. So,
yeah, I'd say a little bit higher because I just got done reading Magnus Chase, and it starts him out at age 16. And we'll just put it this way: this book, not exactly on the same level as most of the books before it. In fact, in the very first book series, there is an entire slaughter fest. It's done in a very playful way, but it's still what it is.
Well, you know, they usually have a slaughter fest in like the second or third book in most of the other ones, so he just gets started right off the bat, don't he?
And then along with that, there's another book series called The Kane Chronicles.
Yes.
This one does not actually attach itself to the other books, except within some of the short stories that he's written.
Yes.
Which you've read those.
I would say I've read some of those and caught all the way up on all of those. But yes, I've read some of them where he actually crosses over that book series with the Percy Jackson book series.
See, I know that Magnus Chase actually does get crossed over with it because Annabeth is in it.
Uh-huh.
She's not like a major character, but it sort of alludes that she's going to be.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, he that book series gets put into that one too at the last little segment of that came out sometime. I think maybe last year there was a segment that came out that had Magnus Chase in it, or was it the year before last? I'm not sure. It's been a while.
So, and then you have the Heroes of Olympus series.
Yes.
Which, this one, we totally forgot to actually describe the... so, Percy Jackson, like I said, he's the son of Poseidon. This series focuses on the Greek gods.
Yes. Greek.
The Kane Chronicles focuses on Egyptian gods. Which is why it gets kind of confusing when you cross the two, because it's two different sets of gods.
Yes.
And the Heroes of Olympus books actually show exactly what happens when you cross
the screens.
different deities, especially when, you know, in the Heroes of Olympus, they're actually crossing Roman with Greek gods. And as most people know, Roman gods were Greek gods until Rome got a hold of them.
Rome just went, hey, I like what you got, and I want to make it better. You know how they made it better? They gave everybody a club.
Except for Athena, where they took away her club.
Well, you know, they actually hated her. So they went, you are actually one of these. So, you know what we're going to do? We're going to give you a basket.
So, and then, you know, like I just was talking about the Magnus Chase books, those are the Asgardian gods. You know, just like the mighty Thor, like you see in the Marvel Universe movies. Except for the fact that he is not like the one in the Marvel Universe movies. He's like the one in the actual history books.
Which I'm assuming is very different.
Much different. And honestly, I love Chris Hemsworth. Don't get me wrong. But oh my God, I would have loved to see this Thor in the movie. He is wonderful.
Then you made a whole bunch of girls upset.
Hey, like I said, Chris Hemsworth is wonderful. And it actually is in the book, they actually do reference these movies. And he actually, like, the most attractive god that is male that Magnus Chase comes across is actually described as what Thor looks like in the movies. Therefore, Chris Hemsworth would still have a part. And he would have the part of probably the most attractive god in the series. So, he just would not be the god of thunder. He would actually be the god of moderation, niceness, nature, just all of those really nice things. You know, you go out on a nice day and you're like, this is wonderful. That would be him.
Interesting.
But anyways, we got a little off topic there. So
that's why you watch us.
The Trials of Apollo series comes after the Heroes of Olympus series. So obviously it would be focusing on the Greek and Romans. And because it's also Apollo, you can kind of figure that's how it's going to be.
Yeah, because basically in the Heroes of Olympus series, Apollo... You're at the point where, you know, we could tell you what happened. He goofed.
He made a bit of an error because, you know, let's just put it this way. He allowed himself to be sweet-talked, and that nearly got a civil war going.
Everybody else gets sweet-talked. They just get the stuff and go. But apparently, when he gets sweet-talked, he causes the actual...
Yeah. He almost caused a war.
Yes. Ain't that right?
Almost caused a war when he got sweet-talked. The only person who stuck beside him was his sister.
Yep.
And she continuously called him a moron.
Hey, you know, if she didn't, she would have stuck beside him and ended up getting the same punishment he was.
That's true. In fact, he probably... Okay, so in this new series, apparently Apollo, because of what he did, is turned into human.
Oh, the joys.
More than likely, Artemis is kind of the reason why he only got turned into a human.
Yep. Plus, I'm going to go ahead and say that he did technically try to help out with the last bit.
He had to be talked into it, though.
They always have to be talked into it.
Yeah. It's like, hey, we're trying to save you.
From yourself.
And the world. And you. So, can you help? No.
Did you hear the you part? The you, as in you're going to also be affected? Come on. We're going to drop the world bit and just go with you.
So yeah, the title of the book is The Hidden Oracle, which either means that he's going to find an oracle.
Wouldn't it be funny if he is the oracle?
If he just becomes the new oracle? Like,
yes. Because he
wasn't,
is technically...
Wasn't there like this story about one person who was, like, in Greek mythology, who was cursed by Zeus to always be correct in her prophecies, but no one would ever believe her? Wouldn't it be funny if that was his case and, like, the entire book is all about him trying to find people who will believe him?
Well, he knows one place to head towards, which I'm assuming he's going to go for.
But will they believe him?
Hey, I'm a 16-year-old dude. I have no powers, and if I could make it into the camp, hello guys, I made it into the camp.
Yeah, that is actually a thing. Is he going to be fully human, or is he going to be a demigod?
Hey, if they make him a demigod, he technically makes it through. If they don't, if they actually should make him human. Zeus actually just wanted him to die.
Well, I mean, he can get through the barrier if he's human and he knows where it is. Because remember the one girl.
The one girl, yeah. Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel Adair.
Yeah. Technically, yes, she's human.
She's human. She's an oracle, but she's human.
Yeah.
And I imagine she's actually going to wind up being kind of important in this.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't really seen much with her, and she's actually planning on trying to figure out, all of the problems that are going on with the fact that she lost the gift of prophecy.
Well, we can now understand why she was. So there's no Apollo, and Apollo was the person of prophecy, as in he was in charge of all of that.
But yeah, so anyways, again, the book series go as follows. For if you want to get the Trials of Apollo going,
mm-hmm.
All of his books are wonderful. I particularly love Rick Riordan.
Yes.
But the book series for this one go as follows. You have Percy Jackson, and the Gods of Olympus, right?
As in Percy Jackson and the I think
it might just call it Percy Jackson. Because it's Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters.
Mm-hmm.
So the first book series is the Percy Jackson book series.
Yeah.
Okay. And then after that one is the Heroes of Olympus, and then this one, like we said, will be starting May 3rd.
Yes.
And the other book series that are still good, and you should definitely check them out. Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard,
mm-hmm.
and the Kane Chronicles.
Yes.
So, thank you for watching. This has been an episode of The Geek View. Have a good week.
See ya.